Hi, Sarah here. I've got a killer kit and layout share video for you today. This is the July Mind the Scrap kit from 2016, last year's. And I don't have a video of me sharing the kit when I first got it, but I will link one below of someone else's so you can see what I started off with if you wanted to. So for this kit I managed to make 8 layouts. I did only have the main kit, I didn't have the paper add-on, and this was before all the mixed media and embellishment add-ons became available as well. So I will start off by showing you what I have left. Cardstock, I have a little bit of the green and the orange and a little bit of the cream, hardly anything. From those, like I say, I just had one lot of papers, not the duplicates. My pattern papers, I literally have these tiny bits, and that is it. So I'm really happy with how much I managed to use of this. Next up we have all the embellishment bits and bobs. We had some journaling cards. I have 1, 2, 3 left, plus one that I punched shapes out. Oh no, 2. I think that's 2 different ones. Yeah, 2 that have got little bits left from them where I'd punched out and used them as embellishments instead. From the ephemera, I only have a few bits. There's a framey bit, but it had the embellishment taken out of it, punched out. Tag, again one that's just the outside of a die cut. A couple of frames. Quite a lot of these are quite outdoorsy type things, but I'm sure I'll get to use them eventually. I'm going to put them all together in like a holiday embellishment box and go back through them when they become more relevant to what I'm scrapbooking. But that's all I've got left from that ephemera pack, so not very much. Stickers, I have quite a few left, but I'll get them used up at some point, as I always do. So they'll just go into my stash. And we did get, in this green packet, we did get some acetate feathers, and I used all of them. And then actually in here I have the leftover hearts and stars. Mine got a bit bleached because I left them on the windowsill. Whoopsie. But they look quite cool, they've gone purple. So I've literally got a couple left of each, the hearts and the stars. There were 2 packs, one of each. And so that's it. That is all I have left. Next up I'll show you my layouts. So here are the layouts I made with my July kit. There are 8 of them. So first off, an Intrepid Explorer. I used pretty much everything is from the kit except for my thickers and those letters there, a few enamel dots, this arrow here, and yep, everything else I think is from the kit. I took the orange cardstock and put texture paste on it to create that background as well. Next up, Wildlings. Again, I've used the pattern paper as a background, which is one of the reasons why I didn't get as many out of my kit. I again used this same stencil, leafy stencil in the background, but this time I just spritzed a bit of ink through it. Or I think I might have sponged it through, it's been a while, it was last year. I think that is Distress ink sponged through a stencil around all these green bits. I then also took the acetate feathers and inked them and used some of the orange pattern paper to back my photos. And these wooden chunks are from my stash as well, but the actual wooden hearts and stars are in the kit. And then I've just got some of the Nouveau Crystal drops there on here as well. So next up I have memories like this, and this is my little boy, and he was sat in the driver's seat so it looked like he was just there on his own. Obviously he's not. And in here I've just got a little bit of journaling about what he was up to. And I also used a sort of gel and bead texture paste in the background there, and a bit of inking. So that was that one. Next up is The Wilderness is Calling Me, I Must Go. I didn't have anything that was sort of relevant to sort of camping and that kind of holiday because my boy's quite little, but his shirt matched this paper perfectly, and then there's a little shirt in here, so it worked really well. And I just thought it would be nice to just show him exploring the new garden that we just had landscaped, so it's sort of in keeping in its own way. So that was that one. Oh, and I did some stamping in Versamark and then inked over it, so you can sort of see the plants through there in the background for an added bit of texture. And next up is It Must Be Casual Friday. Again, papers from the kit. I've added in my thickers. I had these really poppy green thickers that I thought worked really well with all the green in the layout, because again it's plain in our new garden. And next up, this was a sketch challenge over in the Facebook group that I joined in with when I first started using the kits. And for this one, it's all from the kit except for the silver stars, which I punched out of some paper. There's some little glitter dots here and there, which are Nouveau Crystal crystal drops, and the thickers. And I used a full piece of cardstock in the background for that one. And next up, I'd pretty much run out of kit by now, because I'd used so many full backgrounds and then just added mixed media on top. So for this one, I'd added some of the journaling cards, which I punched out, added some stitching through them, used a frame from the kit, added in Hello You from my stash in gold, and some more punched out bits here, and then just some texture paste in the background and some handmade flares here and there about the layout. So that was that one. And then finally, this is one that I actually made not that long ago, which was basically my one just to get my kit killed. For this one, I used the piece of paper that had a caravan in this corner, but because it's not relevant to anything that I do at the moment, all I did was cover that up, added my journaling places down here where I'll add some journaling down here afterwards and date it. Then I had this piece of paper left over here, so I added that in there, and a picture of my boy backed onto the last of the cream cardstock, and a few extra embellishments that were left over. So that is it. That's everything I made with the kit. Thanks for joining me. I'll be back again for the August Killer Kit quite soon, hopefully. And if you'd like to see more from me, please like and subscribe. See you soon. Bye.